Homeowner Schanè Anderson wanted to be a hippie sculptress and jazz pianist, but her parents insisted she studied law. How she went from an admin-orientated career to excelling in the interior design profession is a story best told by visiting her home.
Oh, Schanè, that is so beautiful. You get that breath of fresh sea breeze as you walk in. You got the ocean and the forest. It's like I've walked into some kind of Zen retreat.
That was the idea, Jonathan. This beautiful spine gave us everything that we wanted. We can see the sea and the forest views from the very moment you open the front door. We are so pleased with the outcome. But maybe I should introduce you to the architect who's responsible for this.
Cool.
Within the estate's principles of integrating the surrounds, using strong lines and large windows, Mabet Vermaak created a one-of-a-kind home.
You've done a spectacular job for your friend here.
Thank you very much. In Schanè's line of work, she gets to see the most amazing homes all over. And it was really a privilege when she approached me, both as a friend, as an architect, to design their home for them. I think it really helped me that I know their family structure so well, and it enabled me to create these spaces around their family structure. You find these different pods, the teenage son's pod, the son that comes and visits over weekends, and then a breakaway living space for them to just retreat to and play pool together and watch some TV and make a big amount of noise. And although the house is basically pulled apart into fragments and into separate pods, the house is linked with the spine, and it runs from the front door right through to the beautiful ocean views and the estate dam. The spaces in between basically just becomes a spill out of the house itself. And through this process, you're basically doubling up the available square meterage of the house, because the external spaces becomes like rooms, and it forms the glue that keeps the whole design together.
Her client did all the rest, investing significant creative and personal input.
Schanè, what I love about your style is it's raw, it's industrial, but it's so homely at the same time.
Thank you, Jonathan. Yes, we wanted to achieve a very masculine yet feminine look, and we love the off-shatter concrete, the exposed Mampara brick, and as you can see, I'm rather obsessed by lights.
I could see that. I mean, it looks like there's so many personal items in this space, but if you could choose one, what is the most special to you?
Definitely the Maitland Smith lamps.
Yeah?
No, this is actually where my passion for interior design started. I saw these in a catalogue and absolutely had to have them. At the time, I only had enough to pay the deposit. Had to wait 18 months for them, but they were worth it. Absolutely.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you.
This is something I haven't seen before. We've got a contemporary Barcelona chair here, and a kind of an embroidered scatter cushion.
Yes, this is a needlepoint. It's actual handmade. It's so funny because when we sell the shops, my staff is not allowed to put any scatter cushions on any of the classics or the modern classics. But this is my home.
It's okay to cheat when it's your house.
Yes.
But that's what I love. It's the personal touches that make a home.
Yes.
You mentioned earlier you were in banking. So how on earth did you get from banking to interior design?
Well, that's actually how it happened. I was with a bank and I had to secure new premises for a whole new venture for them. And that's where I started drawing office space, and I did the design and layout thereof, and I had to source product, and I had to use an interior designer who became my first employer. Yeah, no, he loved my perspectives and the drawings, and yes, that's where it started.
That's where it all began, and the rest is history. And now
Yes.
you're making beautiful lights like these, and this looks like something that's been repurposed.
Yes, those are actually copper bowls. We literally turned upside down and electrified. And they are such a beautiful contrast against the black and the stainless steel, and it actually warms up the space beautifully.
It's amazing to me how you can take these everyday items around the house and things that you can buy, pick up at garden stores, and just turn them into something completely different.
Correct, yes. Well, these lights are exactly that. They're actually just tablescapes or objet, and we also just pushed the electrical wires through and strung them up. Whenever I look at any object, I always look at what else we can do with it, and especially when it comes to lighting. Every bowl, every vase, you turn upside down, you actually see what you can do with it, because lighting is very limited.
That's why you're an interior designer, because you see that. You see, here I would just see scrap wood. I wouldn't say put it in my living room. But you've obviously repurposed that as well.
Yes, this is Baltic oak that is reclaimed, and yes, we just basically gave it a nice sand down and hammered it on the wall.
It's incredible. Just head to the scrapyard and you've got a design item in your home. And these adorable little shoes over here, I'm sure these have got a story behind them.
Yes, those are actually my shoes.
These are yours?
Yes, absolutely.
It's amazing, eh? You
Yeah.
can fit your big toe in there now.
Yeah, no, my mom started our shoe fetish. These were my baby shoes and she dipped them in copper, and I've got shoes of my family here and sons. So yeah.
That's such a fantastic... I'm going to steal a lot of your ideas today. I'm getting very inspired, so let's keep moving. I'm loving this momentum here.
No, you're welcome.
Schanè's factory made the cabinetry. Experts said don't do black floors, but she did, and it works, as does the main bedroom.
You brought the wood through again, and this texture. You love your textures.
Oh, I love velvet.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's luxurious, and the distressed rug, and once again, the reclaimed wood and the lights.
I would love to wake up to this view every morning.
I must tell you, it was absolutely brilliantly designed. Everything has a view from the bed, from the shower, from the bath.
And you don't have to make your bed. You can get away with the messy look, you know, and it actually is made pretty, you know.
Well, very few velvets can make a straight bed, so you may as well enjoy the texture and the colour.
It's so decadent. I love it.
Thanks, Jonathan.
This is intriguing.
Oh.
This reminds me of my theatre days. What's behind the velvet curtain?
Oh, I'll walk in.
Ta-da! It's not a walk-in closet, it's
a walk-in study.
And library.
Yes,
Such
indeed.
Such an original idea.
Thank you. We love books and we love music. So we needed quite a bit of storage. So we used the plywood, which is a little bit out of the norm, and once again to earth it and glam it up with a bit of Tom Dixon lighting again.
It's continuing with that nice raw feel and opening out onto the pool, nice and tranquil for when you're doing all your work.
Yes, my husband really enjoys this space.
And then you've got a personal touch here with the family.
Yes. This is my husband, myself, and our three boys, Michael, Craig and Grant. Yeah, it's our version of the traditional family portrait.
They've done it their way, in style.
And I see we've come full circle and my bed's waiting for us outside again.
What do you mean outside? Can't you see this is a room?
I forgot. She's right.
Yes, it is. And what a lovely one at that. Thank you so much for this beautiful space. It's so wonderful living here and I feel absolutely comfortable in it.
Here's to you, Schanè. Banking's loss has been Decor's gain.
This house